He plays somewhat of a shock jock who thinks he knows everything about relationships but finds out he's got a lot to learn, like most men. Mr. Butler, nice to have you here this morning.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Did you ever do stand-up, though?
Never did stand-up.
You should. Well, you're doing it on Saturday Night Live. You'll do a monologue, right?
Could you? Oh, yeah, I've got to do a monologue.
Yeah.
So, no, I never did stand-up. I mean, I love to, I'm a real performer in front of my friends. I love to stand up at a dinner table and tell a joke or two, which is actually how, about dancing.
Yeah, dancing. You could do a bit of dancing on that show.
I could.
You're a great dancer, bro.
Looking at your past, do you miss the law career that you had before you got into this?
No, not really. I every now and again I would phrase it as a nightmare that I'm back at the office. But I got to say, I have no regrets about wherever I've been in my life. I mean, I had to do that to be here. I think if I'd started as an actor at 16 years old, I wouldn't be here now.
But a very interesting story of personal determination. You just made the decision, even though you were already into a profession, I'm going to do something else, and you went out and got it.
Absolutely.
I was at Glasgow University. I was a law student, and we had our Friday, that ball that once a year. But
I remember hearing about it, but
it was Mad Friday ball. That's right. Yeah, you think you were pretty. Yeah, you were pretty out of it. And he got so much abuse from the audience, and I was in the crowd actually. And he was actually brilliant comedian, but people there were so drunk. It didn't matter who got up
but
there.
To be fair, it was just really drunk people shouting at each other. It wasn't really.
They weren't there to listen.
They weren't there to listen, and I wasn't there to perform.
No, you weren't.
Did you build up a male fan base, do you think, after 300?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Loads of them all over the world. No, I mean, I've run into people with tattoos of me on their chest and down their arm, and
like this one here.
That was good, actually. That was a nice job.
When I did Gamer, there's if anybody saw it, but there's the three people.
Oh, knock it off.
But there's a scene in there where the kid's controlling me, and I do this thing where he controls me, and that was 2 years ago, and literally I can't stop doing it. I just do this the whole time. I was actually going to walk on.
It's good. It's good with that jacket. Yeah, it is. It's good with that. You're like a big sexy fish.
I love this jacket. I'm coming into the audience, and you're all going to get a little rub, right?
And a great testament to the acting is obviously the switch you've made into romantic comedy with The Ugly Truth here. Is the character role, do you like one more than the other? Playing, the king of Sparta versus playing this guy who's, let's say, confused?
I don't think he's that confused. I think he's pretty outspoken, and he's a little too certain about his ideology about sex and relationships.
Hang on. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna need this.
Yeah. I love this stuff. I have this doctor who tells me that I keep getting sick because I'm always kind of like biting and sticking my fingers in my mouth. This sounds disgusting.
And your nose too.
And my nose. Yeah.
All I know is I had a lot of fun playing this role. I mean, 300, there'll never be an experience like it, but to step into a comedy like this and be able to take on such an outrageous character.
It's a great play of a relationship play with you and Katherine Heigl.
You had a flu shot?
I did.
Yeah. Have you had the swine flu shot?
No, I haven't had the swine flu.
You got to have that too. I had the flu shot, and then I've got to have a swine flu shot. And I'm like, ow, it hurts. And I was like, when they were giving me the flu shot, she was giving me a flu shot there, and I was holding out my hand like that, and she sees this tattoo, and she went, how can you complain about a flu shot when you have that? I said, but that's cool. Flu shots are nerdy.
Yeah.
Now, to be clear, you do not ascribe to the views of Mr. Chadwick in the movie, right? Just for when people see the movie.
A little bit. No.
Trying to help you here.
No, not at all. I mean, I think there's similar traits to the personality. I'm definitely a little irreverent in my behaviour, but I don't accord to those views. I certainly don't sell them as my wares.